So you need to cut this back ever so slightly. You need to cut the sheathing off of the cable. Come on, focus. Enough so that you can fit it into the actual eye socket, whatever you want to call it. I forgot the name now. I'll get back onto that later. So we don't need to take a whole bunch off. You want it to sit neatly against the tip of this, so that there's no spacing. Before you put this on, remember to put on your heat shrink, because otherwise you're going to crimp everything. So I've already got a piece of heat shrink ready, so I'm going to cut that first and put it on. The other thing you will need besides the scissor when you're doing this is you'll need either a nice sharp blade, preferably your wife's kitchen knife that she always hides from you or doesn't hide from you, and you know, the potato peeler or the small knife works beautifully. Preferably the bluntest one. Sharpen it just for this, so by the time that you're done that it's blunt again, and then you can give it a good wash and then put it back, and she won't know the difference. Don't tell her though. There we go. So we're only taking a small bit off now before we've got our heat shrink on. So we'll just check, is that deep enough? I think that would be fine. Could maybe go a little bit more. Let's check the fit of it. Does it slide on nicely, neatly? Let's go all the way. Yes, it does. I'm still going to take a little bit off because I want it to really sit perfectly. I do not want to do this again, and I don't want to have any problems down the line. So I'm literally going to take off another millimeter. As you can see, just taking off the slightest bit more. It doesn't need to be 100%, but I prefer to be a little bit deeper in. There we go, that's a bit of it. Now I know, because it hasn't gotten completely to the end, it needs a bit of pressure. So I know it's all the way in, and I'm fine with that. A couple of wires sticking out, but we'll crimp that in. So I've got a good crimper. Your local hardware auto parts store should have one. I prefer to start at the very beginning to crimp it in, and then squeeze it in, and there you can see that it's given it its first crimp. It doesn't look like much, but that is not coming off. So I prefer to give it a second one as well. There we go, 2 crimps, and now all we got to do is take the heat shrink, slide that over to about there, and then we need the lighter. Which is out of gas, and I'll be back shortly. So we're back with a lighter that works this time. That's always the case. When you need something, it doesn't always work. So not too much heat. You don't want to burn the plastic. This heat shrinks, so all it needs is a bit of heat. And you can actually watch it shrink and sit nicely. It gives a nice air seal onto the cable as well, so that you don't get any corrosion on the actual copper cable, which is nice. There you go. There's a nice tight fit. As you can see, it's conformed to the actual crimp, so we know it's nice and tight. Now we can go install this. Let's first do the negative again, and then we'll connect them.